In today's video, we are finally going to finish the last piece to the 6-speed swap and end this build series.
They look the same, completely different, right? This is everything that's inside your BCM. Look, reverse. Oh, yeah.
So that reverse camera has been on for 4 or 5 months since we finished the build. All we have to do is swap over BCMs that aren't programmed, so when I put it in reverse, it'll actually go in reverse, kick the reverse lights on, kick the camera on and all that, and not just be running 24/7. Waiting on Art right now. If you guys don't know who Art is, he is the magic man. He is a master tech from Dodge, been working there for 25 years, and probably the main reason why this car is on the road and running right now is because he saved this entire build, and now he's gonna fix the gap cam. So while we wait on Art, I went ahead and got the cover off. So basically we'll run this one wire up to the PCM, swap over BCMs to the one that he just recently programmed, and then hopefully this entire issue will be fixed. And don't get me wrong, I like the gap cam. We're trying to figure out how to put it on a switch so we could just turn it on and off, because driving with the gap cam, dope. On the freeway you can see everything behind you. I don't know, I like it. You can see the flames, and when you're sliding you can see the smoke and the tire marks and a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna figure out how to put it on a switch, but for now I need my damn SRT pages back. It's getting a little annoying. No, as soon as I drop this video there's gonna be more people like, oh, he's milking the build series, blah blah blah, but this is hold for plane. This is one thing that I definitely need to show because it's the last piece to all the programming and all the modules, and something that's very important to the swap, because I know if anyone does the swap, they definitely don't want the reverse camera on 24/7. We're back.
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
So explain the differences in BCMs.
On the Charger BCM, pin E25, I believe, or 29. So it'd be 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. This is for your reverse signal switch to the backup camera. On the Challenger, it has a pin. On the Charger, it doesn't. That BCM doesn't have a pin in it, so we could do two things. Program this BCM with software, or take a pin off and put it on that BCM. So we're gonna go both ways. No homo.
Pause.
No homo.
No diddy.
Homo. No homo.
No diddy.
Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get!
And we could repin it. Yeah, we could repin it. We could repin it or do this. Yeah, no diddy. Yeah, you're right on that one. Same result. I just want to make sure that I could program these BCMs making a manual on the Charger. So basically the reason we're doing this is so you or whoever doesn't want to replace the whole harness, right? Keep the stock harness and just run an overlay harness, which is running.
Change the harnesses and use the Challenger body harness and keep the Charger body harness.
So yeah, so instead of taking the seats off the carpet and everything, you could use 4 wires. Keep your stock harness, add 4 wires, and it will save you 1 time, 2 money, and you don't have to take everything apart.
All right, quick explanation what you're doing right now. You're running 1 wire from the BCM to the PCM.
Yeah, well, I'm running 1 wire from the I200 connector, which is the inline connector that connects all the wiring from the back of the car to the engine harness or the tranny harness that you used for the manual swap. Okay. So one of the wires, since you have an auto regular Charger body harness, yeah, one of the wires does not exist. It's a yellow and I believe purple tracer. So what I'm doing is I'm pinning that BCM onto this connector, and then I got to run it into the body. So I already pinned the connector. Now I just got to add the pin, see where I'm going to run the wire through on this side. But what I'm going to do just to check it is I'm going to run the wire outside, just pin it real quick, plug it in,
make sure it
works before I hide all the wiring and stuff like that. Challenger, Charger, exact same connectors, but what changes is the pins. If you look in there, I don't know if you could see really, there's pins and there's circles, right? Some of them have pins on them, some of them don't. Our wiring is good, Everything's good. BCM programming is good. What's not good is you need to have contact, right, between a pin and a connector. The connector's there, but there is no pin. It's sending a signal that it's not in reverse, but the connector is not receiving any information because there's no goddamn pin. So that's why the camera stays on. Both of these are programmed to the same VIN. The VIN that's on these are from this car. Being in California, and what's crazy is over these past couple months, I've gotten, you know, a couple modules from different states, different people. And a lot of people see like, oh yeah, my boy just swapped this, I don't know, 300 Hellcat motor and they did this. Everybody sees it from the outside, but me going
Hold for plane.
There it is. I would say about 95% of the cars that I get, not right. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a donor car and they have a 300,
Yeah.
damn, I just can't believe people are driving that way. It's cool and all, but
Sketchy. Very, very, very sketchy.
yeah, I got a guy from Santa Rosa, couldn't really say nothing, had a nice 300 Hellcat swapped. He gets pulled over, cop looks at it, impounded. What can he say? As soon as they pod the car and it comes back to a Dodge Charger, he's driving a 300. Let's just say you got a donor car.
Yeah.
You bought a donor car, it's a Hellcat, and that's a Challenger, and you have a Charger and you want to swap it, or it's a 300, and your VIN numbers don't match, hit me up. Some of these modules, you can reuse them. It's a lengthy process. It's kind of difficult on my end. Whether you want to virginize a BCM, I could virginize a BCM. I could fix the VIN on it. Sometimes you can't do it. You have to get new BCMs or RF hubs. Need anything like this, I could help you guys. It does take some time. I wish it was that easy, but it's not. I already spent thousands of dollars on the motors, on the donor car, the donor motors, the donor harnesses, and you just don't change a couple of these little digits, you're getting your car taken away.
If you go get a motor and a bunch of shit from the wrecked salvage yard and you have all the paperwork and everything is legit and everything is up to the T, and you swap it over but you still have the wrong VIN in your car, they're still going to take it. It doesn't matter. You'll just have to prove that everything's legit, and then you might be able to get it back. You need to get those modules reprogrammed to the VIN of the vehicle you're driving.
Yeah, you could buy anything off a Copart. You could go to Sacramento out here. That's all cool. You could have all your legitimate paperwork, but if they pot it and they just say, hey, look, this VIN number that is coming out of the PCM or the motor does not match the car, and I mean, you're screwed. You're pretty much done. You know what I'm saying? You get your car taken away, and it's just very unfortunate. So you could fix all that. Hit me up, and then we could work something out. You haven't seen that screen in a minute, right?
Hell no.
All right, cool. Here's your keys. Go ahead.
Okay, look, reverse. Fuck yeah. Nice. He knows what he's doing. That's tight. Works perfect. Okay. So we can turn those back on. Fuck yeah. Sensor pops up. Beautiful. Fuck yeah. Alright, now we just have to figure out what's up with the ABS and traction light. Not sure.
Yeah, I got my laptop. I'm gonna reconfigure all that, reinitialize it, and then we'll do a reinitializing. That's more simple. But I want to I got a wire just, you know, like I overlaid this wire on the outside.
Just to see.
Yeah, just to make sure it worked. Now that I know that it works.
Works perfect.
Yeah, it works perfect. I gotta disassemble it and route the wire just so I could make it work good.
Nice.
But
finally.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to explain, you wanted to shut it off so they could hear. So basically, they both look alike, right? This one's off of a Jeep SRT, just 392, not a Trackhawk. This is the Dodge Challenger, right? So they both look alike, right? So what changes is on the inside. This one was a vehicle theft. I get a lot of those at the dealership. So I went ahead and I opened it, right? Because the issue with this is the backside of it. The issue with this truck, after it was stolen, it wouldn't start. Okay, so I did all my diagnostics. My run start relay was, I didn't have run start relay. So what happens with these cars inside, right? This is everything that's inside your BCM, right? Everybody's looking at like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, that is crazy looking.
Yeah. This is your EEPROM. Everything changes from a Trackhawk to a regular SRT to a Charger to a Challenger, and this is the main data right here out of this one, right? This is a learning process, and it's crazy because I could diagnose these cars and I fix them, and then on the dealership level, we don't really care for rebuilding them. We just know that if this is wrong with it, okay, order me a new one, throw this one out. I wasn't really intrigued until you hit me up, right? You hit me up and, hey, can you make my car run, and this is and that. And it's crazy to know how many people are out there trying to do all these swaps and they can't really get their car to run.
Yeah.
So that was like, why is it so difficult to make a car run? Then you start digging deeper into module programming. Who can't do it? Who can do it? Who's charging these ridiculous prices that it's like, no way.
Yeah, when I was looking around for people to program my modules, I was told crazy prices and it may or may not even work. And I was like, how are you going to charge me this and it not even be for sure? And
they look the same. These boards are completely different. This is the E side, right? On this board, this would be E25, 26, 27, 28, 29. E29 on the Challenger side didn't have a pin, right? That's why your car started, everything was perfectly fine, but it didn't have reverse input because there was no pin. Radio frequencies, I have the capability, or Stellantis has a software where you could lock hubs. Locked means that nobody could really go into those and program another key. Once you lock it, you can't program keys. Nobody could steal your car. If you don't give the correct information, there's no way you could program these modules correctly. Go over to ECU Dynamics on Instagram. That's going to be a page for programming modules. If you guys need any wiring harnesses, because I want to find out who's going to be the first Trackhawk that goes manual. Who's going to be the first Durango?
yeah.
Who's
Hold
going
for plane?
There it is. How many people did you reach out to get your car running?
At least 10.
And how long was
Probably at
your
least
car
10.
sitting without running?
Probably like 4 months. After all the mechanical stuff was done, fabrication and shit.
Yeah,
Just
so
on the software side.
and that's the thing. Like, everybody's like, oh, well, my buddy could do a Hellcat swap from here to here. Well, that's cool. I'm not knocking it. But what's the difference from grabbing an alternator from a Trackhawk and putting it on a 392? You literally grabbed the part and switched it over to here. But there's really not a lot of talent behind it, right? Whatever it may be, the donor engine onto this car, and making it all match. And getting it registered and still being able to drive it on the street and not getting it taken out, that's where the difficulty is. Who knows, maybe we could do another one. Fuck it, let's do a 6-speed and fucking give that shit away.
Yeah. Let us know. Comment down below.
This is probably the main kill switch because a lot of people don't know how to drive this.
For real.
But there's all sorts of kill switches. The RKE, or the remoteless, the remote one, I prefer it most because there's the battery disconnect ones where you could literally power off the battery. The only downfall to those is that it turns everything off. If you were to unplug your battery now, you lose all your radio station. All the modules pretty much loses its memory. So when you get in your car, all your SRT pages are gone. You have to wait and get signal from satellite. So if you need any kill switches, hit me up. There's a lot of stolen SRTs all the time.
For sure.
We're trying to keep those alive. They're not making those anymore. You got the inline twin turbo. RHO TRX trucks and stuff like that. Yeah, protect your investment, whether it's swapped or you got your original OG stuff. Yeah, no, realistically, if you guys need any help, hit me up on Instagram, CU Dynamics. 100% say there's not people programming BCM. There's another guy, another YouTuber, and I'm kind of rooting for those guys out in Maryland. They got a beautiful pink Demon 170, and I've been keeping up on their YouTube channel.
Was that Scrap Life?
Yeah, and they haven't got it running.
Shout out to those guys. I've reached out, I don't know how many times, commented on their videos, DM'd them a bunch of stuff saying, hey, we can program your modules immediately. Like, let us know. Nothing.
And that's another thing too. Like, it's crazy because a lot of people can say, oh, it's just a module programming. Those guys have gotten very frustrated. It is difficult, you know, and I'm rooting for them guys. I'm like, I even told them I reached out, but it's not easy. Mopars are not easy. Shout out to those guys. I would really like to see that Demon 170 run because it looks dope. Pink Demon 170. So hopefully they figure it out, and if not, if you guys need help, shoot me a text, shoot me a DM, and
hit one of us up. We can help you guys.
Yeah.
I was in the same exact predicament they were in, and then I met Art.
Yeah.
Trunks back together, and that means that I can use this button again, because when this harness was unplugged, I couldn't use the damn button. Now, the button works. It's going to be a lot better at night too, because I haven't had reverse lights in
Forever, huh?
Yeah. All right, let's make sure this thing stays on. Neutral. Got the screen, obviously, go through everything. Reverse, camera comes on, sensors come on. Oh yeah. I haven't been able to mess with this stuff in a long time. Alright, so this pod is not connecting because we're not at the dealer, right?
Yep. But it's a new Wi-Fi, so it won't connect as it doesn't recognize it. We're gonna have to go to the dealership. But look at this. That looks dope, huh? All-wheel drive, just fucking.
I'm sure they strapped it down so it could stay in one spot and do that.
Probably.
What do you guys think about the new EV Daytona Chargers? I don't know. I gotta drive one. We'll worry about the ABS and traction light in another day, but we got the main thing fixed. The last piece to the puzzle, well, besides the ABS light, but that's minuscule. This, finally, sensor pops up, all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of gap cam, I already know what inputs it is. I just need to install it on the car.
To put it on a switch?
To put it on the switch, just to make sure it works. I know it works, I just need to verify it. I don't want to send anything out and then not work. I don't want that.
I know a lot of people wanted that too, and I want it as well, because that's dope. Just have it on a switch, boom, reverse camera comes up when you're on the freeway or when you're drifting or whatever, or when you're shooting flames because you got an underground tune. All the stuff, you know?
Well, yeah, thank you, my guy. All right, man.
Appreciate
Take it easy.
Yay!